I'm Pam Hiller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert, and I'm here with the lovely Erica today. She's our AccuQuilt marketing specialist. Quilters, gnomes have been one of our most requested dies, and today we're here to show you how to make this cute, adorable wall hanging called Yuletide gnomes using our Go Gnome applique die.
So cute. So go to AccuQuilt.com. You can download the free pattern there, and you'll want to read through all the directions before you get started.
You will. Now, quilters, to complete this pattern, we'll be using our Go Cube Mix and Match 6-inch block. The Go Gnomes die, which is right here on a 6x6 die board. So all of the dies that we're using today will fit through all of our cutters, including a studio cutter with the appropriate adapter.
That's right. So this pattern has two basic blocks, but today we're going to show you how to cut and sew the cute peppermint star block. So then we'll go over laying out the shapes and how to put together your gnome.
Excellent. Now, quilters, you want to follow the pattern instructions to make that center star block.
Right.
You'll need 3 dies from the Go 6-inch cube, and these dies will allow you to make the center square, the outer quarter square triangles, and then the corner half square triangle blocks.
Right. Okay, so for each peppermint star block, we're going to need 4 yellow and white quarter square triangles.
Yep.
Then we're going to need 4 green half square triangles.
Yes.
And then the little red and white smaller half square triangles for the center. And of course, those white squares for the corners. So let's show you how quickly we can get that block cut out.
Perfect. So quilters,
my gnome.
Use your gnome for days, move in for days. Okay, quilters, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to tell you how to pre-cut your fabric.
Right.
And it says that in the instructions. But basically what we've done is we've measured from here to here at 1/4 inch on either side and just rough cut with the fabric. Okay?
Okay.
All of the shapes that we use today, you can fan fold with. Okay? So we're just going to cut a couple of our squares. We'll do 4.
Okay.
Remember, you can always cut 6 layers, but since our block only needs 4, we're only going to do 4 layers today.
Okay. I've just got a little extra fabric. I'm going to let that roll through on the side. It's not going to hurt a thing over there.
Nope.
So.
All right. And then while Erica's doing that, she's going to give it a little love and get our squares for us.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing here with our little half square triangles. Okay, and again, quilters, don't worry about this little extra. We're just going to kind of tuck it up right next there.
I love that. That's a great tip. And you want to be sure you do that and don't put it up over the top of your mat, because that would not be a good thing. Okay, so now we're cutting the half square triangles.
Yes.
And then next up, we'll have quarter square triangles.
Right, and quilters, we need 4 of each. And there's actually 4 quarter square triangles on the die board.
Well, isn't that convenient?
I know. Do a little math in your head before you get started. Okay.
There's our half square triangles.
Perfect. All right. And I've already had the yellow and the white together because we're going to be so efficient cutting these.
This is great.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. And while I cut this, then you can get the last set of half square triangles ready to go.
So these are our smaller half square triangles. They're shape number 5, and that's for that cute little peppermint block in the center. There we go.
All right. So I'll finish getting these ready.
Perfect. And Erica, I'm going to just trim this down for a minute for you. It'll make it easier for you to go through the die.
That'll be great. So you're going to be sewing these first. I'm going to set these over here for you, Pam.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Here's our last little ones.
Last but not least, that's that peppermint star in the center.
So quilters, I'm going to actually remind you that you want to lay out your block.
Yes.
Because especially for these little half square or quarter square triangles, you want them to go the correct direction.
You know, and that can be difficult with quarter square triangles. I've gotten confused with my quarter square triangles before. So this is a great plan for you.
Okay.
And we actually have more than what we need here, I think.
That's fine. We're going to use them again.
Gosh, Pam, we might have to make another one.
Darn. All right, so here we go. So again, you're going to follow the instructions. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to sew 2 quarter square triangles, and then you're going to sew them to this half square triangle. So I'm going to lay out all my pieces Okay, so I'm going to do the same one down here. And quilters, just take your time. It doesn't take very long to lay out your whole block.
And I'm just putting the small half squares together for Pam in the center. These are non-directional, so we don't have to worry about that with these.
Yeah.
And that way she's ready to chain piece because I know my Pam and I know that's what she likes to do.
I do like to do that. All right, here we go. Now, quilters, I usually tell you to make a test block, but I think with this one, because the pieces are so easy, that you don't really need to make it.
I think you'd be okay.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this here because Erica has already cut that for me. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to start and I'm going to put my quarter square triangles together.
Okay.
Remember, quarter square triangles, you want to sew on the short end.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm just going to sew them all together and just chain piece them here. Sometimes quilters sew quarter square triangles the wrong direction on the long end.
I've been known to do that myself. And then, you know, change it up. So
then you unsew. This is a cute little block. Now we've made it for Yuletide colors, but you certainly could make it like for winter or for fall.
Oh, it'd be cute with blue and whites. Yeah, for winter.
You could make your gnomes out of flannel.
Ooh, flannel, little plaid.
Yeah.
Like our little gnomes we got here. That'd be great. Or wool. Wool would work really well. If you're somebody who likes to do handwork, the gnome would be really fun to do a little wall hanging with the wool.
It would be cute. Okay, so I'm going to snip these and I'm going to press to the yellow because we're quilters. We press to that dark side.
All right, I'm going to hand you these.
Okay,
and if you want to press,
look at this.
Reach
Here,
across.
Move our iron. It's very hot. Be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now, am I going to press these open?
Yes, to the dark side.
To the dark side. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So while Erica does that, we're going to make that peppermint star in the center. Okay. So these are those tiny little quarter square triangles. We've cut off the dog ears. So you have that perfect 1/4 inch.
Perfect.
I think this would be really fun, like with spring colors, like your garden.
Oh, it would be. Yeah.
Garden gnomes. Do you have gnomes at your house?
We have a few gnomes. I have some cute little Christmassy gnomes that are blue and white. They're little tiny ones.
Oh,
though.
very fun. We have a ceramic one that, I guess he's concrete. A little gnome, he sits by our fireplace and sleeps. I wish I was a gnome.
So you could take a nap.
Sleep by the fireplace. So now we've sewn the centers for that peppermint block.
I've got all of those quarter square triangles pressed. I'm going to let you now go ahead and sew that onto the green half square.
Perfect.
And I will press these for you.
Quilters, make sure that you lay them out in the right direction, okay, so that it makes that perfect star. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to chain piece.
And when you get those done, I'll press those out for you. And I'm trying to make sure that I lay your little peppermint pinwheel out here. I just like saying that.
I do.
Peppermint pinwheel.
Peppermint pinwheels.
Okay. Get that laid out. This press.
So quilters, if I was making this whole quilt, I would cut all my pieces first, lay out my blocks just like Erica and I have done, and then just chain piece for days. And now Erica's going to do the exact same thing. She's going to press to the dark side, okay, to make our little quarter square and a half square triangle units. Look how pretty that is.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So with the peppermint pinwheel for the center, we've pressed to the dark side. So now when I put these together, they're going to nest, which is beautiful.
Love that.
Again, I'm going to chain piece.
And that really helps you get that perfect point then when you put them together in the center.
It does. All right, here we go. Here's the bottom. So Erica's going to press one side, one direction, and one the other direction. So again, those pieces are just going to nest.
All right, there you go.
Perfect. Right there.
We go.
Okay. So look how easy that was. So now they're going to nest. And I'm going to sew them. And then Erica's going to show you that little fun tip about how to twist them in the center.
And that's a problem. A lot of quilters will worry about having that bulk in their seams and having things not lay flat. So this is a great way to do that. Another way, I mean, if you wanted to, you could press all of your seams open on this. And we both know quilters who do that. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And let's see.
And there's a term for that.
Yeah, I think it's called swirling or spinning.
Yep.
There we go.
So basically what Erica did was she just kind of opened up those little seams there, and she's going to press one direction and one the other. And then that way it will lay
just help
flat.
it lay a little flat. We learned that at the feet of the great Eleanor Burns.
We did. So, she swirls all the time.
So
perfect.
There we go. And that goes in the middle, and then we'd be ready to put our block together.
Yep. So you would just sew rows together. So you would sew this row together, this row together, and this row together. I'm going to tell you, I would press them opposite directions. Right?
I would too.
So that they would lay there, and that way it's going to lay flat. Now you're going to need 4 of these peppermint star blocks.
Yes.
Okay. So do a little math when you're cutting them out.
Okay.
All right. All right. Do we get to cut him?
We do. We get to cut a gnome.
Okay.
So here is our gnome die. And we want to go ahead and get our fabric all placed here. And we're just going to cut one. Now we've pre-fused our fabric.
Yep.
And that's going to count as half a layer.
Now, quilters, this gnome die is super cool for scrap busting.
Oh.
I mean, think outside the box. You could use denim or flannel or burlap or wool. Okay. Pre-fuse your fabric before cutting. Now you can use 4 layers of pre-fused cotton, but if you're going to use things like denim or wool, I only cut 1 at a time.
Right, me too.
Now our good friends at Shannon Fabrics, they have this cute little monkey fur down here that you could use for his beard.
Oh, that would be adorable.
That'd be fun.
So we've got this all laid out. We've got his hat, his beard, his little body, his shoes. You need to cut 2 shoes and 1 nose. Okay.
All right.
All right, Miss Pam.
Give it a little love. Now, we have a video that shows you how to use the embroidery file.
Right, because we have free downloadable embroidery. It comes with 3 stitches. So you've got your choice of a satin stitch, a blanket stitch, and a really cute little motif stitch.
He's really cute.
But if you don't have an embroidery machine, don't worry about it. You could do raw edge applique. You could do a decorative stitch from your machine. You could hand finish it. If you were doing wool, I'd totally hand finish it.
Oh, absolutely.
So really, any way you want to. And we do have that embroidery video, and it'll go through the process of the embroidery.
Look at how cute he is.
Isn't he cute?
All right, quilters. So you would continue to follow the pattern. So the rest of the blocks together to finish the wall hanging top.
Right.
You want to sandwich the top with the batting and backing and quilt as desired.
That's right. Go ahead and bind it, and you're all done.
It's so cute. All right, quilters, remember at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
so you can quilt more.